So before we actually get into using Selenium IDE, let's talk a little bit about what Selenium IDE does and the basic usage pattern that we're going to use. So Selenium IDE is called an IDE, and it is an IDE, but foremost, it's a recording tool. And what I mean by this is that it can record what we do in the web browser. And from that recording, it's going to generate some commands which are called Celanese, or these are basically Selenium commands. And then we can execute those commands or play back that recording so we can execute our tests. Now in between there, we can add our own commands. We can modify the commands that are generated by the recording tool, and we have a lot of flexibility here. And so you don't want to use this tool just for recording, and we'll see some of the usages that we can use it for besides just recording towards the end of this module. But this is the basic idea here, is we're going to start off by recording, we're going to look at the commands that we generate, and then we can play those back. And for basic testing purposes, if you were not going to program your actual automated tests, you might just be able to get away with that. But I'm going to talk a little bit more about this a little bit later, and we're going to see why it's really not a good idea to just rely on recording. But let's get started and let's just see the basic usage of Selenium IDE and how we can use this to record some simple steps in a web browser and automate those steps.